Hello, amazing learners. Welcome back to my channel. This video is specially made for B2 upper intermediate students. Today's story is called The House That Remembered Everything. It's a mystery with a touch of magic realism, a bit of sadness, a beautiful ending. I will speak slowly and clearly. Turn on English subtitles if you like. They are 100% accurate. Ready? Let's dive in. Part 1, The Inheritance. When Aunt Clara died at the age of 97, she left me the strangest thing in her will. Number 14 Willow Lane, an old Victorian house nobody in the family had visited for 30 years. The lawyer handed me the keys and a single sentence written on thick cream paper. Some houses keep the past alive. Be careful what you wake up. I laughed. I'm a rational 34-year-old architect from London. I don't believe in ghosts or curses. I only believed in the property value. The house was probably worth a fortune. 2 weeks later, on a foggy October evening, I arrived. The front door creaked open as if it had been waiting for me. The air inside smelled of lavender, old paper, and something metallic like rain on iron. I stepped into the hallway, and without warning, the grandfather clock struck 8, loud chimes. But my watch showed 6:47 p.m. I frowned. Maybe the clock was simply broken. Part 2, The First Night. I chose the smallest bedroom on the second floor. As soon as I lay down, I heard footsteps in the corridor. Light, quick, like a child running. I sat up. Nothing. Silence. Then a whisper. So soft I thought I imagined it. You came back? I turned on every light and searched the house. Empty. I told myself it was the wind, the old pipes, my tired mind. I finally fell asleep and dreamed of a little girl in a blue dress standing at the foot. On my bed, crying silver tears that turned into tiny keys when they hit the floor. I woke up gasping on the wooden floor. Right where the girl had stood in the dream lay a real brass key, small, cold, and very old. Part 3, The Locked Room. The key opened a narrow door on the top floor I hadn't noticed before. Behind it was a round room with no windows. The walls were covered in handwritten words, thousands of sentences in different inks and handwritings from ceiling to floor. I read the closest line. 1952, Clara promised she would never leave me. Another one higher up in childish letters. 1968, I hate Aunt Clara. She sent Mama away. And near the door, fresh blue ink written only hours ago. 2023, he finally came. He looks like Papa. My blood froze. Someone was in the house with me right now. I ran downstairs, grabbed my phone. No signal. Of course, Willow Lane is in the middle of nowhere. I decided to leave first thing in the morning and never return. Part 4, The Storm. That night, the worst storm in 50 years hit the village. Trees fell, power lines broke, roads flooded. I was trapped for days. With nothing else to do, I went back to the round room every day, reading more walls. The story slowly appeared. 1898, a wealthy family built the house. 1925, a fire, a 7-year-old girl named Beatrice died in the top room. 1952, my great aunt Clara bought the house and moved in with her best friend Laura and Laura's daughter Elise, a quiet, strange little girl who looked exactly like the child in my dream. 1968, something terrible happened. Laura disappeared overnight. Elise was sent to an orphanage. Clara lived alone for the next 55 years. The walls were full of their voices, arguments, secrets, apologies that were never spoken out loud. The house didn't let words die. Every promise, every lie, every I love you that was too heavy to say stayed trapped in the walls forever. Part 5. The Truth. On the fourth night of the storm, I heard singing, a child's voice coming from the round room. I walked upstairs, terrified but unable to stop myself. The little girl in the blue dress was there, real this time, floating 6 inches above the floor. She looked at me with huge ancient eyes. "You are Clara's nephew?" she said. Her voice sounded like many voices at once. "I have been waiting 85 years for someone from her blood to come back." She told me everything. In 1968, Clara discovered that her best friend Laura was stealing money from her. Instead of calling the police, Clara, in a moment of rage and pride, told Laura to leave and never come back. She also told 8-year-old Elise that her mother had abandoned her. Laura died in a car accident 2 years later. Elise grew up believing she was unwanted. The house absorbed their pain and kept Elise's spirit tied to it. A child forever waiting for an apology that never came. Clara spent her life writing apologies on the walls, but she could never say them out loud. She was too proud, too ashamed. Part 6. The Last Wall. The little girl pointed to one empty corner of the room. "That space is for final words," she whispered. "Only someone from Clara's family can free us." I understood. I took the blue pen that lay on the floor, the same color Clara used in her last years, and wrote on the empty wall, slowly with shaking hands. "Elise, Clara was wrong. She was scared and proud and human. Your mother never abandoned you. She was forced to leave. She loved you until her last breath. Clara loved you too, even though she showed it badly. I am sorry for every year you waited. You are free now. Go find your mother. The door is open." As soon as I wrote the last dot, the temperature rose. The little girl smiled, a real warm smile this time. "Thank you," she said, and hundreds of faint voices behind her echoed the same words. Then she simply vanished, like mist in the sun. All the writing on the walls faded at once, turning blank and clean. Part 7. Morning. The storm ended the next day. When I walked through the house, it felt lighter, empty in the best way. In the kitchen, I found Aunt Clara's diary on the table. It hadn't been there before. The last entry, written the week she died, said, "If anyone ever reads the walls and has the courage to finish the story, tell them the house is finally at peace. And tell them this: never let pride be louder than love. Some apologies can wait a lifetime. Don't let them wait one day more." I still own number 14 Willow Lane. I renovated it, but I left the round room exactly as it is, white, clean, silent. Sometimes on quiet evenings, I smell lavender and hear distant laughter too. Woman and little girl running happily through rooms that no longer remember pain. What a story, right? Did it give you goosebumps? Tell me in the comments which part surprised you the most. Here are today's key B2 vocabulary and phrases. Inheritance means something you received after someone dies. Creaked, chimed means old house sounds. Blood froze means sudden extreme fear. Orphanage means home for children without parents. Rage means uncontrollable anger. Absorbed, trapped means kept inside forever. Vanished, faded means disappeared. Pride means thinking you are better, refusing to say sorry. At peace means calm, no more pain. If this story touched you, please hit like. It really helps the channel grow. Subscribe and ring the bell icon so you never miss a new story. Thank you for spending these minutes with me. Keep listening, keep feeling, keep learning. See you very soon. Take care. Bye bye.